events, I want to start by thanking the facilitation of the event. If we did not have this life-giving facility where we can come out and get the food for the body, but then it's also been opened up for the community, because we don't have a whole lot of places that are opened up for our community to actually come out and talk about things that are really going on. So this is why we're able to do what we're doing here today. So if we could all give a loud, resounding applause for Everlasting Life, Dr. Baruch, and all that's happening in this beautiful facility. Also, we want to thank our brothers and sisters here who've come out today, because you could have gone a million different places, but you chose to come out to something that you're truly going to appreciate that you come out for. So let's clap it up for the audience. Clap it up for yourselves for coming out. All right. Now, I want to let you know what we've planned and scheduled, and we want you to come out and support, because I'm telling you, and you'll see today what I'm talking about, and bring some friends to the next events. I'm telling you this. What we're doing here at Straight Black Pride Movement, and because, you know, I can see y'all ready for Judge Joe Brown, I'm not going to do a long introduction here. I'll just tell you a little bit of things, though. I mean, in fact, I do have to say, before I can't stop it, let me tell you something. Without getting into it deep, I have to say this. We have brothers and sisters who have a movement in 2020. Now listen, I'm not talking about 1970, when it was safe to be straight. Hear me out. You know, it was safe to be straight. You could be proud to be straight. It's 2020. And we have a group of brothers and sisters who proudly walk around and say, hey, I'm straight, I'm black, and I'm proud of who I am, who actually would work together to put things like this together and actually create a space where people who are straight, brothers, you still like, is any brother here that still like black women? Just raise your hand for me, because I need to know. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of hands up in here. One brother put both hands up. That's what I'm talking about, brother. So I like too much. All right, and by God, if because some people you would talk to would say this doesn't still exist, but I'm gonna beg to differ. I believe that they're wrong. Are there still any black women who just absolutely in love with black men? Is there a woman out there that might, oh my goodness, look like every sister in the room got her hand up. I like that. Let's clap it up for our brothers and sisters who still are straight. Which is great, but it means one thing. The difference between you and the rest of us here at Straight Black Pride Movement is that we've actually organized around it to create an environment where we can come together and try to make more of this with our people, and you still out there in the wilderness by yourself. So maybe you want to consider joining the Straight Black Pride Movement so you can be part of a family that everything that we do in our environment is going to be straight, black, and proud. It's going to be what? It's going to be
straight, black, and proud.
That's right. Now, let me just ask this question and I'm going to keep it moving. How many people in here can honestly say, outside of this place that we're talking right here, the Straight Black Pride Movement, that you know another place that boldly says, this is an environment where we're welcoming straight black people, and that's who's welcome? Who knows another place where that's done? Boldly, openly, loudly, and proudly. Anybody else know another place? Can one person tell me that you know anywhere in this country where that is what is established, that who's invited and what we're comfortable with? Is there anybody in here that knows another place? I mean, I want you to challenge me. I'm going to wait for a moment because you didn't give me a chance to respond. Is there anywhere else you know in this country?
My
this
house.
Is
My
his
house.
Well, let's clap it up for the brother. He has a home that does the traveling. But I want us to give a loud, resounding applause for the Straight Black Pride Movement, for the men and women and children that's come together to say, let's create a place of sanity for our people. Isn't that beautiful? So I want to let you know what we got going on coming up this month and tell you why we're doing it, and then I'm going to get him up here. You see I'm stringing it out, right? I mean, come on, Genie, stop talking. We want the Judge Joe Brown. I know. But what we're doing is not just an event. We took a look as a movement at the history of what's been going on and what the Garvey platform is. Y'all know what I mean when I say the Garvey platform, right? Where you get before black people And in order to create and inspire change in our community, you speak the word. That good word that inspires people to do something different and work together to improve our condition as a race of people. You give the information, the history, and then you get change in our community. We've watched over the last 15 years, in my estimation, in our estimation, that platform be slowly eroded by a lot of different factors that I won't talk about today. What we have decided is, let's do it right again. Do we have Marcus Garvey here with us in spirit? Maybe not physically. Even with the internet, he was able to organize 5 million people to join one idea. Up you might erase, you can accomplish what you will. He was able to do that without the internet. We have the internet today. Maybe we haven't gotten 5 million people membership, but we know this. We know that there were standards for these platforms. That after our Marcus Garvey, so many people came and stood on those platforms and had those same kind of ideas. And what we're saying is, you know what? Let's go back to some basic decorum, decency, seriousness, manhood. Stand for something. Womanhood. Stand for something. And don't just talk. Do something tangible that we can see we can make some change. Let's do what Brother Garvey was talking about. Let's go back to Africa. Not talk about what it would be like. We got the money, the resources, and they got planes that's going over every day. Let's get on the plane and go back to Africa and contribute. Let's actually do some of the things that have been talked about, and let's clean up. That's what we're trying to do. Clean up what we would call the movement. So what you're seeing this month in February, we did it last year, and I think, I'm honestly saying, we're doing it, this is a 5 weeks. First of all, it's 5 weeks in this February. It's shortest month in the year, but we got 5 Saturdays in a row. When you starting off with Judge Joe Brown, you know you're going to have some powerful 5 weeks. We want you to come out to each one. There's not one of these events. I want you to hear this. This is not just we just going to get some people to come talk. That's not what we're doing. We're cleaning this thing up. Every single person that's going to come up here has sacrificed for black people. I'm going to say it again. Every one of them has a sacrifice. Some of the sacrifice they can't even talk to you about. Everyone has sacrificed because they love black people. They love you. Every one of them has contributed to the condition of our people when it was hard. Not when it was easy. When it was difficult. Every single one of them have stood up in the face of assault of our people. And today you're going to hear a real black man. He has no reason to do this. He's made his money. He's made his name. But when he comes up here today, he is going to do what we would think so many of our people would be doing with all of the stuff that we see coming at our people, trying to turn our men into women and women into men. We would think there would be 1 million people speaking out. The preachers would be speaking out. The politicians would be speaking out. Mums is the word. No reason he have to do that in his 70s. But guess what? Definition of a man. When there's a problem, the man fixes the problem. And so this black man is sacrificing, not concerned what the penalty would be at 73 years old. To say, I'm still a black man, and if my people don't know how to do it, let me show them. These are the kind of people that we're bringing out. This is what you're not getting out here. This is not what we're getting when you turn on your television and watch the Grammys. You're not getting what you're about to see today. This is what, when you watch the Oscars, this is not what you're getting. That real self-assertive black manhood. It's like we almost forgetting what it looks like. So we said we got to go out and get some real people. So we got Brother Judge Joe Brown. He's going to come up here and going to prove everything I say to you. But we got 4 more events. I want you to hear this. We got my Baba. Baba Ashwan Mary Rockwayze coming next week. I'm sorry. Is that my phone? Because I was about to get on somebody out there. Who got that phone going? But it's kind of hard to get on somebody when you're the person right. My Baba Kwesi and Mama Kwesi going to be coming next Saturday. Why? Again, all we getting, if you turn on the TV, is a message that black men and women can't get along. Well, if you want to see getting along, we talking about a couple who don't talk about Africa. Well, they do talk about Africa. They teach us about our history, and they educate us, but they do more than that. They say, don't believe me, come on back. And now they're doing 2 tours to Kemet every year, and a tour to Ethiopia. Come back with us to Egypt. Come back with us to Ethiopia. Come and visit your cultural homeland. All of our cultural homeland. Come with us. We'll give you 5-star accommodations the whole way, and you'll learn and you'll love yourself. Who in here has been on the Crazy tours? My mama got her hand up. Thank you. Is it correct to say outstanding? Outstanding all the way through, right? Is it not the standard by which black people should look? This is how you should run a business. Well, guess what? We have them coming next week. Again, tickets still just $30. Ethiopia, from ancient Kush to the Black Lion. So you can go online. Many of you have already done it. That's how you got your tickets. 2020 Black History Month lecture series at Everlasting Life. Go online, get your tickets. We want you to come out for that. It's going to be powerful. Both of them do part of the lecture. One part of it deals with Pan-Africanism and how Ethiopia was colonized. It was invaded but never colonized because they fought back. She's going to show you the warfare. She's going to show you the sisters standing up and fighting back. She's going to show you Menelik II out on the battlefield and what our Ethiopian brothers and sisters were willing to do to remain independent nation and never be fully colonized. And Baba Kwesi going to come in and drop it on the history of Kush and learn who we are and what we've come through. So let's clap it up for Mama and Baba Kwesi. They're going to be here next week. We want to see you. And listen, then we got a sister. I don't know how many people were here in this summer. Who here was this summer for Dr. Regina Jennings, if you were here or you've seen her? Is that powerful, brother and sister, what?
Yeah.
We have a sister who walked with the Black Panther Party. She not just talking, she was a member of the Black Panther Party. She knew every one of the names that we know. Baba Bunchy Carter, Baba Huey P. Newton, Chairman Bobby Seale, and all the other brothers and sisters in the Black Panther Party. She was one of the ones, young person, who left her home and said, these men are standing up for our race, I'm going to walk with them. And whatever, she said, whatever they told us to do, we were prepared to do, and we did it because we wanted to save our people. And she said, we had to, I didn't know this, in the 60s, she said, we had to make a commitment and promise to give our lives in service to black people. I didn't know that it went that deep with the Black Panther Party. She said, we said we would do it, and we did it. When they told us to get up 4 o'clock in the morning to exercise, so then make the breakfast for the children, for the school breakfast program, 4 o'clock every morning, some of us 3:59. We were up, exercising, preparing the food. She said, do you think we wanted to get up that early? No, but our brothers in the party told us, our leaders told us that's what we had to do, and we did it. And she said they weren't perfect, but they were perfect for us because they were standing up for our people and giving us direction to do more for our people than we could have ever done on our own. She's going to be here, PhD professor now. Powerful sister. And if I can just tell you, let me just say this. I'm just being honest. Sometimes it feels like the valley of dry bones when it comes to black women these days standing up and taking a strong public stance. Ain't no valley of dry bones when this sister come in the room. Let me tell you something. She really gives every black man the level of love and appreciation for how committed black women have been historically and are today to the struggle of black people. So please, come out and support this sister. Brothers and sisters, she is an example of what a black woman is supposed to be like. You're going to enjoy that. Let's clap it up for Dr. Jennings. She's going to be talking about the Black Panther Party and what it's like to have walked with real black men. She's going to tell us about that. Then we're going to have, this is a big one. And the thing is, because you won't be able to find his name anywhere, please trust me on this one. It's a surprise, but you got to come out to get it. My word is good. Listen. You know how we be getting in issues and we go to the attorney's office and we're like, where are the black attorneys that actually care about black people? Y'all know, anybody know what I'm talking about? Where it's difficult to find an attorney that actually is committed to our folk. You know, the brother back there, yeah, he got a story. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. We got a brother in Bermuda. I can't even articulate, there's nothing I can really tell you except to say, just to give you an idea. He went into court and he started this is an official court. He's not like a playground attorney. Very successful brother. A brother that most people wouldn't even have access to, even myself, except that he believes in the cause for our people. This brother went into the court and started his defense in his case. Actually, not his defense. He was bringing the case on behalf of our people. He started it by reading Boukman Dutty's prayer in the Haitian Revolution.
Wow.
That's how he started his case, saying if you're trying to push behavior on that is genocide, and it leaves us no option but what Boukman Duddy said. There's no option, and if that's what you're asking us to do, then you're going to have to cease and desist at the moment. The most impactful, important international case of our time, and unfortunately, you won't be surprised when I say this, none of the black media in the world will cover it. We know that the white media doesn't want to cover it. When I talk about sacrifice, you're going to come in and hear a brother who has a case that is going to go to England. They were so afraid of the case because they can't beat him in court, and it has such ramifications on black people internationally, they stopped him from being able to practice for over a year. Him and his family have to continue to make it because of what this man is doing for our race. So you got to come out. I promise you. You're going to fly out of it. You're not going to walk out of this place once you hear this, brother. You're going to say, I didn't know we still had black men. It's like a Johnny Cochran for our brother Geronimo Pratt. You know, let's clap it up for brother Johnny Cochran and brother Geronimo Pratt. Come out for our brother. This is our brother, Attorney Eugene Johnston from Bermuda. He's coming in all the way from Bermuda. Be here. You're going to be blown away by the kind of brothers that we have out here that fighting for our people that get no acknowledgement. And then lastly, you got some guy, I don't know, he look like he got an attitude. I'm looking at this flyer. Some guy, he's doing a lecture called Nothing But a Man. Yours truly, Irritated Genie, going to be here. We're going to really talk about what we're facing in the 21st century and how we're going to get out of it. And I'm going to just be honest with it. A lot of brothers are making a lot of complaints about black women, but my position is this. If there's a problem, the men got to fix it. And if we have problems dealing with our women, well, we still men. We got to figure out what we got to do to fix it. And it doesn't matter what it is, because at the end of the day, we can't be leaders and then also not take responsibility. I'm not going to get into that today, but I'm going to say it's very important. We want to be the leaders, but then we don't want to take responsibility. So if there's a problem, we want to point the finger. You can't point the finger if you're a man. I don't have a problem with women doing it. I don't like it. But men don't get that option. If there's a problem, it doesn't matter where it started. If you want to be the men and want to be the leaders, then you got to fix the problem. Then you might have to assess it and see how it happens, but it doesn't matter. It's always your fault. Why? Because you're a man. Is it fair? Who cares if it's fair? If you're a man, it's your fault, you fix it. That's just how the world works. And that's how we used to be as brothers and black men, and we got to get back to that. It doesn't matter how it happened. We learn it, we fix it, we figure it out, and then we fix it. Whatever it takes. And our race is in some trying times right now. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Does it need to be fixed?
Yes.
Do we have enemies all around us in every direction?
Yes.
Some of them look just like us, don't it?
Yes.
Nothing to complain about. Men, we got to fix it. So it's called Nothing But a Man. That'll be February 29th. I ain't going to be nice that day. Y'all ain't no problem, but one day, everybody else going to be nice. I'm lying, but I'm going to say they're going to be nice. I'm not going to be nice that day. We're going to really talk about it. What is it to be a real man that takes responsibility with no excuses? And now, sisters, help me out. Is that a good thing? No, come on, sisters. To have men that ain't going to point the finger at you, they'll tell you what you're doing wrong, but hold you accountable, but at the end of the day, it's their job. They're not pulling you to fix it. They're saying, I got to fix it, and sister, I need your help. Don't fight against me, because I'm trying to do this for you, and not asking you for your help, telling you, you got to help me. That's your job, is to help me. I'll go out on the front line. Black woman, please clap for that. Thank you. Y'all ain't gonna clap like you meant it, but anyway. That'll be $30 per person like all the rest of them. All of these events start at 6:30 p.m. Y'all know where to get the tickets. We also want to let you know, if you're single, we start back up, and it'll be all the way from March all the way through to January. Our singles mixers, Straight Black Pride singles mixers, wonderful events that we have. It's on is it the second Saturday of each month? What is it? Is it the?
Next one is March 14th.
March 14th, we have our next one that we have. Do we have flyers for everybody here?
Yes.
All right, so get your flyer. Come on out. It's free right here at Everlasting Life. You're single. You want to find somebody that got a little bit of sense. At least you know they came out to a Straight Black Pride mixer, all right? Don't know nothing else. At least you know they said they were straight when they came out. So come on out and enjoy it. And we have those all throughout the year. It's a wonderful experience. So I'm pretty much done with this aspect of announcement. We got any more announcements that I'm forgetting, brothers and sisters? Help me out, Straight Black Pride. Yes, sir.
The judge said that he did not want this event videotaped.
Okay. So if you're not with the E-Life Studio or with Straight Black Pride movement, then there'll be no filming. All right? And be no posting of this. You don't want none of this posted online, right?
Oh, you can post it and help it. You can take your impressions and post it.
Okay, so they can take pictures.
They can take pictures.
Okay, so you can take your pictures, but no videotaping, all right, brothers and sisters? That's right. Let me just tell you. Now I've got to do it. I got to do it. This is the truth. I'm not exaggerating, and again, I'm not a very friendly person. So I'm kind of friendly, but I'm not gonna lie for people. This is one of the few black men today in this world who get up and say something that means something. I used to always watch. How many people remember when Judge Joe Brown used to have his program when he was the judge? I used to always watch him. I said, that's a mean dude right there, you know? But you had this sense that he was a good person, though. But he was he was like that uncle that you like, oh, here he come, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, not this guy. Yeah, I was like, here he comes the judge. Like, you know, if you messing up, as soon as you see him, be like, oh man, I wish I'd have gotten out of here. No nonsense person. I never would have thought that he had the kind of experience in the black racial movement that he did. You just see a guy as a judge, you wouldn't even think somebody that was out here fighting for our people and involved in the so-called struggle. You wouldn't even think, how did he even become a judge? And much less, how did he get a TV show? Now, I still don't exactly understand how he was able to do it. One thing I can tell you, I've been around him. He gets stuff done. I can't tell you how because I haven't done it what he does, but let me tell you something. This is a real old school black man. One of those men that the longer you talk to him, you like, you did this and that. And when did you have time to do all of this stuff? Y'all remember those Renaissance men? They just do everything. A mechanic, he builds houses, they do all this stuff. Well, he was a judge, a prosecutor, a defender, knew this person and worked with that. By the time you finish talking to him, you be like, is this stuff real? But then you go into the research, you be like, everything he's saying, pans out. He actually is a real example of a walking, living black man library who can tell us about what we've gone through as a people because he was there doing it. But what I really like most about him, and that's why he's doing this lecture today, definition of a man. You may not agree with everything he says, put that aside. What you don't agree with, that's fine. You might not even like the premise that he comes on. None of that matters. This is what I want you to concentrate on today. I want you to watch how he walks around. I want you to pay attention to how he don't really care how you feel about what he's about to say to you. Now, you say, why shouldn't he care? Because he's just a man. Because the real men, they're going to tell you the truth. And if you don't like it, that's going to become your issue. But they want the best for you, and they feel like you need it, they're going to give it to you. And if they're wrong and how they do it, that's just a problem later. I want you to pay attention to what it looks like to see a man, a black man, who doesn't mince his words, who's not afraid, who's accountable, and who'll speak to our people directly, because we haven't had that in a long time. I want you to see somebody who's doing something they don't have to do because it needs to be done, who's addressing issues that nobody else at his caliber is willing to do. I want y'all to pay attention to this and enjoy going back in time when we hear these names of men who stood for our people and actually seeing it in real time. Another black man standing up for our people and having something to say when it needs to be said, how it needs to be said. So, of course, y'all know what this time is, right? Because he's in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. And when we bring out a guest to speak and address our people, I've been to other places. People come out, it's like this little clap. They clap their hands and stuff like that. Do the kind of, I'm not saying it's gay, but I'm just saying, it's not how we do it here. When we bring brothers and sisters out here, this from what I had heard, I'm not telling y'all you got to do nothing. I'm saying, when you come to this area, like this Marion Berry stomping ground, this is where we have a black summer youth leadership program type stuff going on. This is where black people actually got into the government and spent some money and put some children through college. And, we had some stuff going on around. When people come out here, we stand on our feet. And we give them an applause that's so resounding that it picks their spirits up, and then they say, oh, well, the people expect something from me. I better go and deliver. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is I'm going to stop talking right now because y'all done heard enough. I see some of y'all yarning. Don't ever yarn on me again. I'm taking the list. What you about to get now is the brother that you came to hear, a brother that you're going to love what you're going to hear, and even if you don't, you're going to appreciate real manhood. Washington, D.C., Prince George's County. I'm talking about none other than that man you used to watch all those years on TV. And now you're going to really see what kind of man he is. We got him right here with us. Without any further ado, I want you to stand on your feet and show them what we do in these parts. I'm talking about none other than Judge.